Tuesday morning, it's Indiana in the Morning, WCCS, AM 1160, FM 101.1. We are brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank, and we are joined in the studio this morning by Cindy Rogers and Ed Patterson from the Evergreen Conservancy. And you folks have a special event that's coming up that you'd like us all to know about. Fill us in, please.
We do. We're very excited about it. Good morning, and thanks for having us. Evergreen Conservancy is going to have a kickoff on November 4th at 10 a.m. at Blue Spruce Park for a eco tour, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be geocaching, so we're going to talk about what geocaching is, and then we're going to actually go out and locate a geocache at Blue Spruce Park. So I'll talk a little bit about what this eco tour is, and Ed maybe can talk a little bit about what geocaching is.
Okay, before we get to that, let's fill in the folks who aren't familiar with the Evergreen Conservancy. What is it, who makes it up, and what do you do? Evergreen
is a local county-based conservancy, and we're all volunteers. We have an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer that works with us who actually designed this whole geocaching eco tour. And we work in Indiana County to make a better life for everybody here by cleaning up water. We do water monitoring. We have an abandoned mine discharge passive treatment system out at Sonoma that we've turned into an outdoor classroom. It cleans up abandoned mine discharge. It takes iron out of Crooked Creek at tons and tons of iron a year. And we do a lot of environmental education with kids. We partner with a lot of folks in the area, with IUP, with lots of different organizations to do projects. So we basically are stewards of the land and water in our county.
Are you recruiting members?
Oh, always. Sure, you can go to our website at www.evergreenconservancy.org and learn lots more about us and join up, be a member, donate. We survive on memberships, donations, and grants.
How long have you been in operation?
Since 2004. We're not very old, and we've been able to accomplish a lot in the area with abandoned mine discharge cleanup and different projects.
Okay, your Geo Trail is what we want to focus on this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy mentioned about the geocaching, and for folks who aren't familiar with that, that's basically a recreational activity. It's been around for a while now, we have a lot of geocaches in the county, in our county park system especially. But basically it involves using a GPS receiver to go out and locate a cache, which is essentially like a small box that is hidden somewhere on the site. And the folks will be going out throughout the county, but we have four locations within our county park system. They're going to have the caches, and those include Blue Spruce, a site called the Black Lake Valley Natural Area. Another site is the Blairsville Riverfront Trail, and also down at Buttermilk Falls. So they have a chance to get around the county and see some of our county park sites, in addition to the other sites that Cindy's group has lined up.
So this is more or less a competition?
Well,
are you competing against somebody else? Or?
Well, in this case, geocaching is sort of like a treasure hunt. And it's a great family activity. A lot of people just go out and do it. And there is some excitement when there's a new cache listed on geocache.com. People get out there and try to be the first find. So it's a whole community of folks that go do it. Now, in our case, we decided to highlight special things in our county in 5 categories. In best management practices and land use. So we have some farm areas that are doing some really cool things on their farms. We have wild habitat areas. So that's where Black Lake Natural Area is, and a trout nursery and some things out at Yellow Creek State Park. We have best things that are going on in water, green infrastructure, riparian buffer zones, and all these. And then the last one is sustainability, which is renewable energy, geothermal, solar panels, and then the final one is healthy communities. So there's 5 categories, and our eco tour is really to make people more aware of what's in our county. Some really cool things going on, really great things that we want people to learn about. And also, we're partnering with the Tourist Bureau, and Ed with the parks and a couple different organizations, the planning office, all to bring other people into the county to find out what Indiana County is doing great, what we're doing out there. So what happens is people will pick up a passport, and from several different places. They're going to be able to get them at the library, at the Tourist Bureau, at the Blairsville Community Development Authority, at Blue Spruce Park, at Yellow Creek State Park, and at Little Mahoning Creek Pottery, different places. That'll be all on our website. Mm-hmm. And all the locations are in this passport, and they have to go find 20 sites. And once they find those sites and get a code word out of the geocache box, they can turn this passport back into those same locations and get a little prize. And the prize is a trackable geocoin, a little metallic geocoin, which then they can use to put in caches, or they can keep it because it'll be a special little coin in the shape of Indiana County. Some people put these geocache coins in a cache box and ask that people try to take them places. So their goal might be to have this coin end up in California, and people will pick it up and put it in another geocache and another geocache, and they can track that on the website. So it's a pretty cool activity.
So participants will be using a GPS or a smartphone, but no map.
No,
right?
They don't use a map, although these will be on the geocache.com website, which helps you find it. And on the geocache.com website, there's usually a little bit of a hint if you can't find it that you type in. It's coded, and that sort of helps you get close. Now, keep in mind with a GPS receiver, most of the ones you have that are that people have are not accurate. Maybe they're accurate within 30 feet or so.
Right.
So you got to go out there and look a little bit. But the hint will sort of give you an idea of to sort of focus it down and get a little closer to the location. So.
Now, how hard are they to find? Are they like hidden, covered up with brush or something? Or are they sitting out in the middle of a field? Or
some are.
Some are, but mostly they're hidden a little bit underneath a bush or a tree,
or in a hole in a tree.
Yeah, something like that. So they're not
or under a bench.
Too difficult.
They can be anywhere from tiny micro caches that are like an inch big to a big ammo box, like a big couple. Maybe a foot by a foot box. So it can be anything. And some of them are pretty hard to find, but some of them are fairly easy.
Now, there's information on the website. Let's give the listeners the website address.
Okay, it's www.evergreenconservancy.org. And there will also be a special page just for the Geo Trail, so they can go there and find all the locations on the website also, and that will take them to the link on the geocache page.
Is this the first time your group has done this activity?
Yes. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it, and we hope to get a lot of people out there hunting for our eco tour geocaching.
So the question is, do you look for this to become an annual event?
Well, yeah, it'll be basically not so much an annual event, but more or less a permanent type thing that's out there that you can start anytime you want. I guess it'll last as long as the geocoins are available. But, geocaching is very popular. There's literally dozens and dozens of them throughout the county. We've seen them in our park system. We started out with just a few, and now we've got dozens of them throughout our park system. So,
do they get moved around to different locations during the year?
No, the geocaches do not. The items in the box do. Like you can go to a geocache box, and there'll be lots of little items in there. You can take one out and replace it with something of equal or better value. So you get to trade off little things, sometimes trackable coins.
Yeah, it's a great activity for kids, especially because the inside the boxes, you don't know for sure what you're going to find, and they can bring a little trinket or something to put in there and take something out. So kids really enjoy it.
There's also a little book in each geocache that you sign in, so people know that you've been there, and then you can go back on the geocache website and give input as to the site, if you liked it, if you could find it, if it was something really special.
So the date again is the 4th of November. It starts at 10 a.m. at the Blue Spruce Pavilion, and it's open to anybody, no age limit, no requirements.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be the kickoff. So we'll give out passports that day, but then again, they can get them at all those other locations that I mentioned. and that'll be the kickoff, and then it'll be open to anybody that wants to do it, as long as we know, forever.
Okay. Have other areas done this sort of thing?
We
Cindy,
got the idea from a couple other counties that have done it, and it went over really, really well. And this is, again, a way to build awareness in our county and bring people into the county.
So it's sort of like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
which
a high tech.
Yes,
hunt.
which could evolve to something that covers the whole country.
Oh, it does already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for our local one though, this eco tour is specifically for our county to highlight things in our county. But yeah, they could take this geocache coin they find here, and it could end up in Germany.
Oh, interesting.
It's an international activity.
Okay. That sounds like a very good activity, as you said, for families, or maybe you could do it as a group.
Sure,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You could put 3 or 4 people together and be a group and go out there and try to find those. And again, the website, Cindy, where folks can contact you?
www.evergreenconservancy.org. And we're really excited. We hope lots of people come out for this.
Okay, now you folks will come back after the event and let us know how it went.
Oh, sure.
Right? I'm sure.
Tell you if anybody got lost.
Well, that was my question. Do we have to go use his GPS and smartphone to find people that didn't make it back?
Hopefully not. If you can't show up for this program, though, you can take advantage of this geocache trail anytime you want to by just going to our website and finding out more information.
All right. Very good. Cindy Rogers, Ed Patterson, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Sounds like an interesting event, and I'm sure Todd's going to give you a call when it's all over and have a report on how things went and all the good stuff that we learned from that. It's Indiana in the Morning, and we're going to continue with our news report that's coming up. And don't forget, Todd will be back tomorrow morning beginning at 6 a.m.